Have you ever wondered what happens when guilt builds a house? Picture this: a grieving widow who believes she's being hunted by the ghosts of everyone killed by her family's invention. So she decides to build them the most confusing mansion possible to keep them trapped forever. This isn't fiction. This is the true story of Sarah Winchester and her legendary house of horrors. In 1886, Sarah Winchester inherited a fortune that came with a terrifying price. Her husband William was heir to the Winchester Repeating Arms Company, makers of the rifle that won the West but also claimed countless lives. When William died of tuberculosis, Sarah didn't just lose her husband. According to legend, she gained thousands of vengeful spirits seeking revenge for their deaths by Winchester rifles. The story goes that Sarah consulted a medium in Boston who delivered a chilling message. The ghosts of everyone killed by Winchester weapons were coming for her. The only way to appease them? Move west and build them a house. But here's the twist: she could never stop building, or the spirits would claim her life. So Sarah packed up her grief and her millions, heading to San Jose, California, where she purchased a modest farmhouse. Then began the most bizarre construction project in American history. For 36 years straight, hammers never stopped swinging. Carpenters worked around the clock in 8-hour shifts, building not just rooms, but a maze designed to confuse the dead. Think about the psychology here. Sarah wasn't just building a house. She was constructing a supernatural security system. Every door that opened to a wall, every staircase that led to the ceiling, every hallway that twisted back on itself was supposedly designed to trap wandering spirits. The logic was simple. If the ghosts couldn't navigate the house, they couldn't find her. The numbers are staggering. What started as an 8-room farmhouse exploded into a 7-story mansion spanning 25,000 square feet. The house contained 160 rooms, including 40 bedrooms and 2 ballrooms. But here's where it gets really strange. Many of these rooms served no practical purpose whatsoever. Imagine walking through doors that open 3 feet above the ground with no stairs to catch you. Picture climbing staircases with steps only 2 inches high, designed for Sarah's arthritis, but creating an otherworldly experience for anyone else. The house featured 13 bathrooms, which sounds normal until you realize most had no toilets, and windows that looked into other rooms instead of outside. Sarah's obsession with the number 13 reveals another layer of her supernatural strategy. She installed 13 bathrooms, 13 windows in certain rooms, and staircases with 13 steps. Some say this was her way of embracing the unlucky number to confuse evil spirits, while others believe she was simply superstitious to an extreme degree. The construction itself defied conventional architecture. Rooms were built inside other rooms, creating a Russian doll effect. Secret passages snaked between walls, allowing Sarah to move through her domain undetected by both the living and the dead. Some doors required special keys, while others could only be opened from one side, creating one-way passages that led deeper into the maze. But the most haunting aspect wasn't the architecture. It was Sarah's nightly routine. Every evening, she would retire to her blue room, where she allegedly held seances to communicate with friendly spirits who would guide the next day's construction. These helpful ghosts would provide blueprints and instructions, explaining why the house seems to follow no earthly logic. The Winchester Mystery House became Sarah's entire world. She rarely left the property, instead wandering her endless hallways in flowing black dresses, carrying out mysterious rituals in rooms designed for purposes only she understood. Neighbors reported seeing lights moving through the house at all hours, accompanied by the constant sound of construction. When the Great San Francisco earthquake struck in 1906, it trapped Sarah in her bedroom for hours. Some say this convinced her that the spirits were angry leading to even more frantic building. The earthquake also damaged the 7-story tower, which Sarah immediately sealed off, claiming it was now too dangerous, not structurally, but spiritually. The building only stopped when Sarah died in her sleep in 1922 at age 83. Legend says the carpenters were so accustomed to continuous work that they kept building for several more hours until someone told them to stop. Her death marked the end of the longest construction project motivated by supernatural fear in recorded history. Today, the Winchester Mystery House operates as a tourist attraction, drawing millions of visitors who come to experience Sarah's paranormal architecture firsthand. Modern ghost hunters have recorded unexplained phenomena throughout the property. EVP recordings capture mysterious whispers, motion sensors trigger without explanation, and visitors report feeling watched in the sealed rooms. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, Sarah Winchester created something unprecedented. A physical manifestation of psychological trauma transformed into architectural art. Her house stands as a monument to how grief and guilt can literally reshape reality when combined with unlimited resources and unwavering obsession. But Sarah wasn't the only one to be haunted by a legacy soaked in tragedy. If you thought the Winchester mansion was eerie, wait until you enter a house where 5 family members died by their own hand and the echoes of their sorrow still drift through every hallway. In our previous video, we uncovered the cursed history of the Lemp family, whose beer empire collapsed under the weight of unrelenting despair, and whose mansion remains one of the most haunted homes in America. Click now to witness the Lemp mansion's chilling downfall, where shadow figures roam, pianos play themselves, and the line between the living and the dead vanishes. The link is on screen and in the description below. Don't just hear the legends, feel the darkness. And if you haven't already, subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss the horror hiding in plain sight.